Tarek, and welcome to tonight's stream. Although, as you can see, it's a little bit brighter than usual today. So in the UK, the more you get into the summer, sunset will be very like extremely late. Like I think at the some point in the summer, it will be around 9 p.m. Sunset. You'll look outside 8:45, and you'll still see a little bit of light. And obviously, we're heading through a little bit to the summer, so that's fading in slowly. Normally, in these conditions, I close the curtain so we can keep the vibe that we would usually have with all of the RGB lights and stuff. I was like, let's maybe keep it this time open to have like a brighter stream, and you will see it throughout the stream, kind of like fading into the night, and then things will get darker, and then you'll be able to see the light effects and all of that. Anyway, with that being said, as I said last stream, I'm gonna start recording, all of the guitar parts that we have through the weekend, and I've managed, to set up my guitar, change the strings and do all of the setup, and I've recorded the verses. So this section of the verse 1 and 1.5 and 2, which is 1 and 2.5, are recorded now. All I have left to do is obviously the choruses. The good thing about the choruses is that you can record them once, and then it's a matter of copy and paste, and the breakdown. There is also this transition, but this I think can be done within literally 2 minutes, because it's just chugs, literally the same chug as well. So that should be fine. So really, the only major thing that's left is the breakdown and the chorus. And I'll do that obviously off camera. So today, what we will do is I've wrote a list of things that we can go through today, and I've wrote them right here on this notepad. I'm not sure if you can see it. And basically, to summarize, we're gonna just work on the orchestration of verse 2.5. I want to split the choir to male and female, because when I was writing it, I just put it as single one, just to kind of like, I just wanted to understand the vibe. But now, because we're getting close to bouncing the MIDI to audio, I want to set everything up. Percussion, we didn't add any type of percussion, and this is more about like hybrid percussion than post-production percussion. We're gonna add some of those as well. I have like some ideas of where I want to add like other type of percussion. I've got also, the version of the chorus where it's only the orchestra without the band. I want to fix the modulation so that it sounds more natural, because obviously when the band's playing, because it's like a little bit of a heavier track, there is a lot of guitars going on, the modulation on the orchestra is set to an kind of an extreme level. Everything is really up, at some points even touching, as you can see here, it's even touching the max. And so in the first section where it says chorus orchestra only, basically, I just want to kind of chill, or tone down the modulation a little bit so it sounds more natural, especially with these short articulations. And I've also I just want to increase the volume on the transition cello. So not in this transition. Which transition is it? Let me see. I think it's here. So the pre-chorus. So this is actually wrong, not transition. It's pre-chorus. And finally, the outro. So I'm not sure if we wrote this, on the stream or off camera. I forgot. I kind of like, figured out how I want the song to end, and I kind of like wrote the outro. Also, there is like kind of an ending melody to the chorus. So this half of the chorus is the only time where there's like a little bit of a change to kind of like have a crescendo effect and end the song. But with that being said, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play the song from the beginning, so those who haven't heard the song before know what's up, and you will be able to hear my recording. So focus on the verses only. The rest are still MIDI, right? So this and this recorded, this and this recorded, the rest are MIDI. Let's hit play and get a feel of what we're working with. Okay, so this is obviously what the updated version. As you can see, there is a little bit of a change here. I think it might need a little bit of work, but the main idea is there. Also in the breakdown, there was something that happened. I was like, I need to get back to that. Oh yeah, basically this part here. This obviously this is not gonna be the final result where Trosat K. How's it going, man? Thank you so much for the follow on Kick. I hope you're liking the content so far. So this section right here is actually everybody content and see no potential for growth. Engagement. I see. Well, yeah, man. Thank you for putting your Discord there. After the stream, I'll go back to the chat and I'll add you on Discord. We can see what we can do. Yeah, much appreciated. Anyway, so in this gap right here, obviously, as you can see, there's like 4 splash symbols, but that's not gonna be the the final result. This is gonna be more of a like a symbol play. But I was like, I'm just gonna put some splash symbols for now, and then I'll just figure it out what I wanna do. But with that being said, actually here there is also something I wanna change. Fantastic. Okay, so let's go to verse 2.5 and see what we need to add. So in the past, I've actually copied what I've done in 1.5 and pasted it here, and then I've muted everything that doesn't, that's not edited yet, and I've unmuted them one by one once I edit them. So first, as you can see, I've done the violins and the cellos. Yes, so that's that. Let me just check if there is a volume automation anywhere here. So obviously here they're significantly louder, so I'm just gonna add that. So this is an 80. I'm gonna go one by one. First, let's just fix that and put this at 80. Alright, and now let's see the longs. So I'm gonna unmute this and work with it. Hey, Serious Mastering, thank you so much for the raid. Much appreciated. And thank you and welcome to everybody who joined. Much appreciated for the raid, man. Well, because we've got people that joined, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play the song from the beginning so people can see what we're working on. then you get the chorus only orchestra and stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. What we're doing now is just I've explained that I've recorded the verses, so these and these. Oops, once again. Yep. And so this and this, and the rest are still MIDI, so I'll record them, later. But what we're doing is just kind of we're going to verse 2.5, kind of like finishing the orchestration there. So one thing I've noticed is if you compare the volumes here, I think I had the volume up to... Yeah, a lot of work, definitely. I mean, there's still still a lot of work. So obviously there is, as I said, the orchestration here, but there is still some, post-production stuff. When I finish, the entire recording, I'm gonna add, for example, in verse one, there needs to be some, ambience and like some sound effects and percussion. Also, there is another side of post-production when it comes to like reversers, swells, hits, impacts, things like this to kind of like, keep the momentum going. And overall, there's still some, processing to do. And then after all of that, we will bounce all the MIDI to audio and we'll start mixing and mastering. And it seems like from your username, you're probably an expert in mastering. So love to see your take on it when we reach that level. But obviously we have to do stuff in order. So for this here, I'm just gonna copy this volume automation here. I'm just gonna go to this section. It's actually the same, which is good. Right, what about the cellos? So the cello, I'm gonna make it copy obviously the violin. The main volume is also set here. Let's check it here. I'm gonna take this. Put it here. Done, and then let's unmute it. Actually, very quiet. Let me just check if the correct articulation is on. Oh right, so we have legato. It should be sustained. It's incredibly quiet, actually. Maybe it's a modulation error. Let's check the modulation in this part here. Interesting. Right. Let's add something. But it's extremely quiet still. Let's just increase this. And very good. Let's copy the exact same modulation to the violin since they're playing the exact same thing. So let's put this here. Great, okay. Let's go to this section now, the verse 2.5, and do the same thing. So show everything. Let's put this from here. Modulation. Boom. Nope. Here. 1 second. Why is it? Alright, there's a little bit of a change here, it seems. So this needs to go here. And down. This doesn't matter because nothing's playing. And then let's put quarter notes. Put here. Actually, since let's make it kind of a crescendo. Like this. Alright. Let's copy that. Go to the cello. Add the same thing. So modulation. Here it is. Okay, wait. So this here, I wanna delete this. And this is gonna be like that. actually all the way till here. Then it goes. Same thing here. So we're gonna cut section. Then all right. Now let's go to the solo violin, which was doing some cool stuff in the old verse. Let's see what we can keep from it here. So I'm gonna unmute it and see how it plays. Wait, where is it? Okay. So if I take this and this, all right, I just need to do this. Basically, I'm matching the other violin, obviously. Should be obvious, but just in case anybody's not following. Now I can do another cheeky thing, which is I can move this to the third of the chord. So if I this by the way, scale assistant is on, so if I do 2, 3, now we are in the third. And you can do also fifth. So we're in the fifth now. Okay. I just need to stay consistent with these gaps here. So this gap needs to be deleted. This gap here. And this gap here. Because I want the entire song to be percussive here, basically. One second, let me just see what's going on here. That's wrong. This is not what the guitar plays. That's what the guitar plays. Ah, I think I know what's going on here. Yeah. When I'm doing this, I'm moving the notes on both instruments. All right, all together. Are those electric guitar recording or is this MIDI? So yeah, this part and this part is recorded. This part and this part is recorded. But the rest are MIDI because I haven't recorded them yet. So let me show you the recorded versus MIDI. So this is recorded. This is recorded as well. Then these are MIDI. So basically when I write everything in MIDI first and then record them. The reason for that, there's a lot of reasons. Number one is that I use most of the time the guitar, composition to and take that and use it with other things, like for example strings and things like that. Like for example, let me show you, where is the section we were working on? Oh, 2.5. Yeah, so if you look at this was the MIDI before I actually recorded, right? But this MIDI, I used it to write the strings, right? So I used the initial one and then I changed it. Like for example, here, if you can see, there are more notes here than here. So basically I use this as a foundation and then change it as I go, right? I also use, for example, the rhythm or the actual notes that I'm using, like what notes are in one chord, and then I'll compose chords from that, and then it will help me also write strings. Another reason is that in the future, when I want to put this as tabs, I can just export this as MIDI, each guitar, and put them into Guitar Pro, and then I'll have, this is normally how I make my tabs for my music, you know. It still needs some work in Guitar Pro because when you import it, the actual the notes will be accurate, but the frets will be wrong. So normally I just go through them and I just adjust the fret to be like, you know, or the strings and things like that, you know, like which, like this note on what strings, what string I played it in. But just taking this and putting it in Guitar Pro later on, so I can have the MIDI for my music, saves a lot of time, you know, than writing it from scratch. Another note is that you can always change stuff, right? So like this breakdown, for example, we changed it trillion times until you know, it became what it is, you know. So on and so forth. But yeah, so today I started recording because the the guitar structure, everything's written, and I was like, it's time to record. So managed to record the verses. And the reason why I started with the verses, because they're very percussive, and I obviously set up my guitar and changed the strings. When you change your string, they sound the brightest, especially for this part. I wanted to capture like the strings when they're as bright as possible. Right. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Right. So 2.5. Okay. So we'll leave that there. We'll adjust the volumes and stuff for later, but as composition, it should be fine. Double bass, I don't think I need it for this section, so see you later. The runs I need. I want that. Definitely. Alright, so let's move to the brass. Let me unmute this. Actually, let's do one by one. Okay, so this is because of the nature that this is sustained. I think it's too late for the guitar. Let me just check something. So if I go to the violin here and yeah, it's very late. So I can do one of two things. I can either take these guys and just nudge them. 1 second, let me just put the nudge them like that. Yeah, or maybe bomb like this. Let's actually see the shorts, how they play. So let me unmute this. Interesting. Maybe I will do this. And then these guys, well, no, where are you? These guys could be more in your face. Yeah, something like this I think is better. Actually here, if I'm not wrong, this is a C sharp. I think so. Oh wait, there is a little bit of a... Let's make it more interesting. I actually need this here. Okay. Okay, here. And then these guys. Alright, trumpet's done. Let's check what the horns are doing. So I'm gonna solo them as always, and I'll mute them one by one. Okay, first, we don't need this because that's from the old verse. These are questionable right now for this one. So we're just gonna put these guys and see how it sounds with them. Okay, so right, so what I want is for the horns as well to join with this thing here. So this needs to be cut, and I'm gonna cut it. Where should I cut it? I'm gonna cut it. Actually, I'm gonna cut it where the violin stops. So right there, actually. So as you can see, the sustained violin and the sustained cello, they both cut here, except for this guy, which is what in the world? 1 second, let me just fix this. Okay, so these actually can carry on then, like this, and then this can be like that. Okay. Back to the horns. Anyway, so yes, this will stop from here. And then we'll carry on. Something like this. Yeah, precisely. And I'm gonna take this. Let's take these guys. Put them in the short horns. Right here. Oh wait, here. Okay, so this, after it stops, needs to kind of like do a reset thingy. So this. Alright, this tut tut is very late with the horn. So just gonna take this and this together and just kind of like see what's going on here. So the G starts way earlier. So you come here, the F starts way earlier. From right here. And this should be C sharp. Sustain is very slow. I'm just gonna put let me copy this and go here. Wait. I'm gonna paste it right here. You idiot. Which note is this doing? So let's do another note here. Let's do... What's it doing? F sharp. Let's do A sharp. And let's take the same modulation. Alright, trombones. Let's see what you guys are doing. Already okay, let's just hear it. What's the chord? I think it was D. Yeah, D, F sharp, A sharp. So we've done F sharp in the trumpet, A sharp in the horns, and let's do D here. And I'm just gonna take same modulation. So right from here. Actually, I'm gonna shift this here. I'm gonna keep it like that. Let's listen from here so we can get a new perspective. Alright, low brass. I actually forgot what this was doing in the verse. Flutes. I don't need this. Alright, the elephant in the room, choir. Obviously, all of this is different. Especially here. This needs rewriting, this entire thing. I think only the beginning is fine. Yeah, this. This thing is writing all together. Yeah, this needs attention. Um, God damn it, I'm not in the mood for choir right now. Gonna lie. But what's good is that we kind of like finished everything but the choir. Cause the choir, I need to. I need to separate them. Separate the MIDI. Alright, so this is 2. So I'm gonna put this as choir. Man. This choir. Man. Right. Now take these 2 and copy them here. And then we need to do some deletion for the women and deletion for the men, depending on the register, because what will happen when the men go so, high, they sound odd, and then when the women go so low, they sound odd. So I wanna kind of like introduce them at the right sections, but yeah. All right, let me just do something here. Okay, one thing I want to do quickly is right here. So this cello, sorry, this one. Volume is 80. Alright, let's take this and put the volume here is at 80. Oh my god, Jesus, that was such a... I can't believe this. I just clicked anywhere and it was 80. That's fucking weird. Alright, so... Go here. Here. And this 80. Right? Now, obviously, this is probably not going to be the correct volume, but I just want to see how loud it is in context. Okay, so it's pretty decent, but I just need to turn it down a notch. So let's go halfway, like here. Just do it in. I do think these needs to go also a little bit. So what are they on? 65? Let's go 80. Okay. Oh, by the way, I just want to see something. In verse 2.5, we had that folder closed here. Oh, there's a lot going on. Actually, this is very important as well, the harps. Let's mute this for a second, just deal with the harps. Well, it's not harps, harpsichords. Oh dear God. Alright. Let's see. So if I put 8th note. Why is it not? Okay. Anyway, so we want here. So this is definitely to be deleted. And this. Same thing here. Delete. Delete. I might change the structure here on the harps. Yeah, needs changing. Definitely. mean, I can just do it. I can just make it do the guitar track. Just take this. No, let's take it. Sorry, from the violin. Or what I can do like a combination. So from here to here, like these two bars basically, or you know, I think this is quarter notes. Yeah, these two quarter notes. This and this. I can do like I can make it follow the guitar and also do the cascading whenever it's only doing palm mutes, right? Something like that. Third. Yeah, I'm doing thirds and octave. Okay. All right, let's give it a try. Worst case scenario, I can, you know, copy this from, what should we call it, the other verse. So let's take this here. And wait, what's the, oh yeah, let's go here. Let's mute this guy. Interesting. Okay, downwards. All right, so go downwards. So by the way, I just want to see how does it cascade? Is it thirds only? Oh yeah, it's doing okay. Right. Makes sense. Okay. So I need to go like this. Isyon, no, Yeon Su, thank you so much for the follow, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the content so far. Oh, Vic, how's it going, man? Long time no see. I hope you're enjoying it. Alright, let's see. How does it sound so far? Ali, how's it going? Thank you also for the subscription. We're getting a lot of YouTube subscriptions at the same time. Alright, let's go. did I put F sharp here in the first place? Okay, it's the fifth. Alright. I mean... One second, let me just see. Let's try to put it on the third just to see how it sounds like. Let's take these as well. So 1, 2. Actually, I just need these. Let's try to put it on the, you know, the first. So the first, so verse 1.5, the third, or sorry, the fifth is more appropriate, but in 2.5, it's just the first. just want to see what note does the Gojira Whammy drops it to. That's actually 1 octave. Makes sense. Okay. Oh, that's all I wanted to know. Hey, how's it going, man? I hope you're right. Long time no see. I hope you had a good week last week, and you're preparing for tomorrow. Your one lurk, yes, 100% today. To be honest with you, I feel that whenever I stream later, you know, like during the night, I get more views. But I because it's Sunday, I have to stream per schedule, which is like 6 to 9. But yeah, long time, 3 weeks. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Actually, since you're here, let me show you where we are so far. Just gonna mute this thing that I'm unpreparing for tomorrow by drinking. Yeah, no, makes sense, makes sense. Even for me, after the stream, I'm gonna actually probably watch some movies with my family. Um, but yeah, man, let me show you what we're working on. And let me know what you think. Oh my god, that's a good headphones. I only do vapes though. Never smoked actually. Yeah, I'm planning to stop it, to be honest with you. It's helping me with my diet, that's all, but I think the last batch I bought is gonna be the last one. I've actually never tried the regular smoke. I've tried cigars. They're decent. Oh, wait. I need to... This section should not be muted here. Cigar. If I stop smoking vape, then I wouldn't smoke anything. I think so. %. Yeah, only 2%. It's Nasty Juice, the brand. The vape brand, Nasty. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm only doing it for the diet. Other than that, I have no reason to smoke at all. Nicotine, micromotor movements, and focus. That's interesting. Interesting. Maybe a little of it could be good. Addiction is 100%, so I'm already bracing myself when I stop vaping. Um, it's gonna be I'm gonna probably gonna have some withdrawal, but I want to stop it when I lose like more weight, and the way I'm going, I'm losing a lot. So hopefully by the time this batch is done, it's I'll be in a good position. So this one has like 8,500 puffs, right? And it lasts me like a week and something. So I've got like 5 of them. So this is new. 4 more. So that's like 5 weeks. And then hopefully I'll try to stop. By that time I would have lost. Yeah, I have Discord. So where are you on Twitch? Yeah, so go to the bottom and you'll find the Discord and just join it there. And you can also add my personal one when you join it. But yeah, I think it's I'm only using it, to be honest with you, for the diet thing, because it suppresses my appetite. THC or nicotine? No, it's nicotine. It says salt nicotine, 2% is what it says. Salt nicotine 2%, but it doesn't say any THC. I don't know what THC is. But yeah. I see you put the prompt for Discord. I'm not sure if it shows up. I'm not sure if I have a prompt for it. But it's definitely at the bottom. Like in the panels. If you go to the panels on the Twitch channel, you'll see it. Can I hop on your voice chat? Yes, you can. I don't have it on. Second. Da, 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 da. Let's see. I'm opening Discord. But I'm not sure how people would hear the Discord. Oh, you don't have one. I don't have a voice chat. I'm pretty sure I do. 1 second. Let's see. Um. Yeah, there is a general chat one. But I'm not sure how people would hear you. I think they would hear my desktop, maybe. On OBS, there's an application audio. I like how we're having a chat from Kick to Twitch too. 1 second, let's see. I'm locked out. Why? What's the application XP Ovus? If you have desktop and the Discord is going through your desktop, then yeah. Oh yes, fantastic. Yeah, so I have Discord audio channel on OBS, and this is like, for example, what happens when I play like a Spotify. You hear it because the desktop channel is on. But JWP is saying I'm locked out. Why? Uh. I have to accept your OC on Discord, but I can't find it. 1 second. See this Discord channel that I made. Well, I just made a template for it. I didn't really. Let me just close this. I didn't really like after I made the template. I adjusted it a little bit. I didn't what do you call it? Customize it a lot because nobody like not a lot of people join it, and you know like my Twitch channel and Kick channel is very small still. Let me see TOC. Where's the TOC? Hmm. Let me edit channel to see if I can modify the permissions. Private channel invites. Second integration invites permission. By the way, why am I doing it there? Let me do it here so you guys can see what I'm doing. So you can see there I don't have a lot of people. Empty fields, JWP and Dingleberry. Let me just cancel this first. How would I change the permissions of this one? Advanced permissions. Allow members to view by default. Yes. Allow members. No. Yeah, I can't chat in any channel. Right click the channel. Oh wait, let me save the changes. Right click the channels. The channel. Is it an edit? Would this take me to the same thing? But I think since I've changed this to everybody, if you refresh, maybe it will show up. Manage channel. Allow members to change manage permit. Wow. So people can view it now, but can they join? Permissions not sync with category general. Sync permission. Ah, I see what's happening. Okay. Or I can just add another one, but everything has lock on it. Edit. Generally, you have to set accept rules button in the main channel. Okay, let's see. I like that we're setting up my my Discord now. Server setting, or what? When you say main channel, do you mean like the introduction? This one, for example. Also, he needs the verified role. Verified role. What role is he in? No roles. Verified. Well, Wild Dingleberry. Verified. Empty fields. But why don't they automatically go to verified? I probably need like a verify bot or something. Hello.
Okay, so I have to mute the stream at this point because it'll feedback. So you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just looking at the OBS to
Okay.
see if people can hear.
So
I'm
still locked out of every other channel. So usually there's like an accept button.
Yeah, I don't know how to
That's on
set
the
it up.
intro channel.
Eventually,
So
Expov was saying
you'll
that
have to.
you need to set up the bot. So
Yeah,
probably
you'll have to look it up.
yeah.
But I do want to touch base on your tracks. So I'm not even sure if I'm coming through on the stream. I'm just gonna check.
Yes, you are. I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
so I'm coming through on the stream. So one of the things that's kind of irked me about your music is that you don't follow a Hollywood pacing. You do more of like a 1-2 pacing. You bring it up and you bring it back down. You bring it up back down. If
Mm,
you check out my server, or if you look up this video on YouTube called Extra Credits Pacing, there's
mm,
this curve called the Hollywood pacing,
yeah.
and it's based on Star Wars. It's based on Wizard of Oz. It's the reason you can play the Wizard of Oz over top of Pink Floyd, The Wall, or Dark Side of the Moon, and it completely syncs together
Mm,
because it's a psychological thing where we kind of expect, certain things to happen at certain times. If you look at it on the Firefox or the Chrome or whatever, just Hollywood pacing curve, you'll see like these what are they called? Hills and valleys.
okay.
And it's generally what people expect psychologically from any sort of entertainment presentation. We start off with a like sort of a how would you say, a preview, a peak, something to get you going. So you give a little bit of everything right away. You give a
Yeah.
little bit of everything right away, like everything all at once, but not, you withhold the ending, and then you kind of give them a chill time. And
Mm,
then you sort of build up and you relax and you build up and you relax and you build up and relax, and then you hit them with the arrival at the end, right? You really bring your A game and then you slope it off hard. So yeah, what you're looking at right now, that's the Hollywood pacing curve, as they call it.
interesting.
There's a
Interesting.
video on YouTube by Extra Credits who goes into in depth. Extra Credits is more of a video game. The other pacing curve you're looking at, that's something new that I've been looking for a while. I haven't been able to find. It's a different type of pacing curve. But the
Mm,
Hollywood pacing curve is really the money maker. It's the $1 million sort of thing. And when I listen to your music, you're kind of those other curves, right? You kind of bring, you know, that second picture there. You bring, bumps and humps, and you're exploring and you're digging around and you're showing off a lot of ideas, but it doesn't have that psychological catch.
I think because
So if you
I think the way I do it is literally as if it was more of a conventional song but with no vocals. While normally like instrumental music they have like a journey. I think with my one is like I wanna do like a conventional song structure where you've got like let's say well not all the time at the same structure, but for example let's say intro, riff one, chorus, riff two, breakdown, something.
That's arrangement, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I
So
mean. Yeah.
regardless of arrangement, you kind of want to stick to that Hollywood curve, given that's, what you're going for. Like I said, the second picture is a different kind of curve.
Mm,
But the Hollywood curve is really the sort of one hit wonder, the catchy type guy. Um, but it's all given with a grain of salt. Like you approach it however you feel best. Definitely, it's something to move into over time. It's something to exercise because it did take me about 3 years to be like, yeah, okay, this works, sort of thing,
interesting.
and sort of keep with it. But I'm still doing my own thing. But definitely check out the video because
It
it's
was what's the
awesome. It's
video
a
called again?
extra credits
What's that?
pacing
That's
curve
the
pacing, and it's based on video games, right? It's video based on video game design.
okay.
I I, I posted in your um thing.
I need to adjust the extra credit pacing. I think this is the one, yeah. So extra history is the channel. By the way, Expo is as Xpovos. I don't know how to
Extra
pronounce his
credits
name.
pacing.
He's asking, have I heard of Polyphia? Yeah, of course.
Your
I
stream, your stream is a little bit behind when we're talking. Just keep that in mind. So yeah,
yeah,
that's the video. Definitely maybe bookmark that. That's something I always refer everybody else to. I
interesting.
don't know if you want to discuss maybe your Twitch
Yeah, yeah,
upgrading. If
for
you'd
sure.
want to like approach AF,
Let
I've
me.
been something I do. So
I'm
it's
gonna
give and take.
save this one. Here it is. Save.
You
Uh,
can take kind of AF and sort of move on back to what you're doing now. Or you can take it organically and stay what you're doing now. It might take you years, though. The sort of trick that I have will cost you time, but it'll get you affiliate faster. And I see it as more of a how you say, a public service. So the
Yeah.
trick is to do something called music feedback, and that's when other viewers come into your stream and they show you their music, you stream their music, and you give them, how you feel about the music. And it's always different for everybody because you're like metal, you're like, you know, so that you can kind of curate the people that come through. If you don't like rap, you can say no rap, or if
Mm-hmm.
you only want metal, say only metal. And so you can kind of boot people out, but especially like the N word for me, those kind of people, I do not stream their music. If you throw an N word in there, it's no, or
Yeah,
any sort
yeah,
of racial slur.
yeah.
So,
To be honest with you, the whole
but
streaming
that will
thing,
get you.
it was kind of started with one time I submitted one of my tracks to one of these people that do feedback, and I was like, this could be interesting, but I would like, because normally like outside the stream, for a long time I didn't have time actually to write music because I'm like doing my like other stuff, and the stream
Oh,
is
you're a
kind of a,
cameraman, right?
yeah, it's the stream is kind of like an excuse for me to actually work on my music. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I will dedicate these
Okay.
3 hours, not actually 6 hours, because three on Sunday, three on Friday, to actually
Yeah,
write
I see your
music.
schedule.
You know what I mean? And I was like, when I built like a good community, like let's say maybe I don't know, 100 people, whatever, then maybe I can ask. But I think if I ask now, there's no one. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think that's the goal. Like maybe if I increase slowly the community, I will maybe do that. But there is also one thing I'm working on in the background. If that worked out, then it will give me actually more time to focus on, because when I started the streaming thing, I was doing like shorts and like cut segments of the stream and put it on YouTube, and I used to get some traffic like this, or even right now while we're streaming right now on OBS. I haven't done it in a minute, so if you look at my OBS, you can see there is like a shorts or a TikTok segment being recorded as well if I want to use that. And I stopped doing that because it was consuming a lot of time, and I was like, okay, there's a certain
Mhm.
point if I reach, then I will start, working on that better. There's also another thing is because I'm still new to streaming. There are some stuff that I'm still, uncomfortable with 100%. Like, for example, in this track, writing this track on camera, sometimes it's a little bit exhausting, and I don't get, like, I think 4 streams ago, I had to cut the stream halfway because I was literally like writer's block.
It
And
happens. Well, there's no such
yeah.
thing as writer's block, in my opinion. But continue.
Yeah. So I don't know if it was writer block or something else, but it was like there's nothing coming on. I can't feel anything, and I'm not sure if it was the camera or if it was just that moment in time. Then what I did is that I stopped the stream, and then next day I just kind of like listened to the track, wrote down notes, and then started like listening to like reference stuff. Like this track in particular is very like inspired by like Final Fantasy 15. There's a lot of elements of it. Obviously, the riffs and stuff, like there's monument here and there, some bleed from within, but the actual, like the entire thing has like Final Fantasy 15 type of thing. There like elements a little bit. That's why, for example, I'm using a lot of harpsichords and a lot of like organs and things like that, just because I want it to feel a little bit more that kind of like castle-y, dungeony type of thing, and at some points not really. But yeah, so normally I would have an image in my mind and then go with it. But
Well, if I can comment at this point, one of the things that is really hard on Twitch is being a high level or a intellectual type person. You're very high level, you use Cubase, and
mm,
you're very analytical.
mm,
And that doesn't really catch on very well as far as being entertaining. However, there are lots of people like myself that appreciate that. I can see that. So
mm,
what you got to do is you got to kind of angle that to make it more entertaining. Um, where you
yeah,
are right now, is very grassroots. Like you can develop in lots of ways because you're the type of person that has that power. I'm like really kind of, I wouldn't say slouch, but I'm having a drink right now and I'm very lax. I don't do a lot of things that I should be doing, but
Yeah,
I've been helping out, other streamers and stuff. And you're the kind of person that I feel deserves to kind of take it to the next level.
yeah.
So
So what do you think I
definitely,
should do the other type of music content, like let's say music reactions, or again, what do you call it? Not music reactions to what do you call it, like official music to like official artists, and music feedback, the type of content that we spoke about earlier. I don't know, I think I'm pretty early. Am I pretty early to do that? I mean, reactions, obviously I don't need a
no,
community to do
you're
reactions.
a you're a high quality, very sophisticated musical artist.
Hopefully.
So
I
anything
don't
that
I
you
don't see
give, well,
myself like this. But thank you. Yeah.
I see you like that because you're a composer, and a composer is much different from these kids that are just looping things out of Splice.
Yeah,
And those are the
definitely.
kind of people that are going to come to your stream.
Mm.
And you kind of have to, I wouldn't say kneel down, don't tell them I said that, but you do have to kind of kneel down. You are up there. You are.
Mm.
So take it with a grain of salt. The things that you don't have, I could imagine, is it's just a little bit of mixing, a little bit of mastering, because a lot of the samples that you use, I imagine you're probably using Native Instruments or something like that, they're pre-baked. So these are recorded with the best microphones. They're recorded and they're made to sound good right out of the box, right?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot, a lot of guys have to struggle to get this quality, these
Mm.
guitars, as like myself, I'm constantly fighting with compressors and EQs to get the most out of my samples and my older beats that I've been working on lately.
Mm.
So I would say that you do kind of have to kneel down at first to these people that will be coming through if you decide to do some feedback.
Yeah.
However, you find your niche and people like you that are on the same skill level will come to you. We're a little bit conceited, and I do also
Yeah, I know.
say, explore the Twitch how would you
Music
say
category.
community a bit yourself. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like you said, you visited someone else's stream and you got feedback on one of your tracks and it kind of reeled you into doing it yourself. So
Yeah.
still keep doing that, still keep looking around, and definitely you can, there's a niche here for you. And as far as profit though, you got to really be driven. When I went to school for business and I talked to someone from Australia, and he broke it down to like a really granular perspective, is that there's only three people in a business. The one is the product designer,
Mm.
there's your marketing, and then there's your money person. So right now you're the product designer, and it's really hard to market and do your money, because you that takes away from your product, right? Because you're spending time developing those things.
Definitely, yeah.
Um, so definitely focus on your product, and just expand a little bit if you want to be on that level. Definitely open it up. Maybe make your Sunday, your Fridays prime time. Fridays prime time. So if you really want, you could choose between the Sunday or the Friday to just do an hour of music feedback. It's prime time. Definitely.
Yeah, it could be. I could do that, or I could, for example, do kind of a like. So I've seen some streamers where they segment their stream, like not the entire 3 hours of the same thing. They'll be like, 1 hour and a half is working on the song, and 1 hour and a half is like react or something like that. Yeah, yeah, I
Mhm.
could think of that. I mean, to be honest with you, the making music and streaming is like priority number two right now. I've got something I'm working on in the background that I will talk about soon when it launches. It has to do with music, but that's kind of like the main business type of thing. Obviously, I've got my day job as well, but the thing that
Yeah.
I'm building is kind of like the first thing. So I think when that takes off, I will even have even more time to kind of like. Spend on this, but I want to see what kind
Awesome.
of other kind of content I can do meanwhile right now.
In
And I think
in
between the three
business, what we call
platforms, like YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, I'm more focusing on YouTube because it's like, for example, this stream is gonna stay on YouTube forever, not really on Twitch. And every time I go back to my YouTube channel, I see like new views, so I don't know which one's gonna hit it first. You can see on the meters up in my stream, like YouTube is close, Twitch right after, and Kick is the last. So I don't know. I don't know. By the way, Expovos on Kick also said,
Yeah, I noticed someone else was chatting.
yeah, he said if you sample and know how to compose, you can really make some cool stuff. So yeah, I mean, I do obviously I do some composition and I do some some post production type of stuff. Guitars I record myself, and no,
Awesome.
normally after that, I'm not sure if you've seen like the mixing content or the mastering content, but normally like after I record everything and like
No, I
do post
haven't.
production, I bounce everything to audio, and then we start mixing and we start mastering. Normally, I've got like my own templates for them, but yeah, but when he said when I think when he said if you sample, I'm not sure what exactly he knows, but he means what by when you sample, like I'm not sure if he means that if I create like my own sound designy stuff. I do sometimes. Actually, I do more than I think. Like for example, this sound right here. I mean, obviously
Yes, yes.
it's an arpeggio, but it has like a
That's
lot of
one thing I
effect
was
on
going to
top of it.
talk about definitely too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I
So the
kind of
presets you can have like a as a producer pack, right? That you can sort of give to the community.
yeah,
I
I
can't
can.
actually
Yeah,
hear anything that's coming out of your DAW because I'm paying attention to the Discord,
yeah,
and
yeah. Makes
if you're
sense.
not streaming your desktop, I can't hear it in the Discord.
Yeah, because I think the Cubase output is coming from where is it? So I think I've got it on the master
Don't worry about
bus.
that for now. Definitely, I did want to touch on a couple topics before I, get off the voice command. I don't want to capitalize on your time. What we call in
Yeah.
business, what you're doing now is called bootstrapping. You have a day job, and it provides capital for your other stuff. Some of the other things before I head out is what you were just talking about, the sample packs are definitely a big thing. Other big things that Twitch streamers do are called beat battles. You could go as I've seen rap ciphers. I've never seen
Mm.
cutting heads, which is interesting. And
What?
cutting heads
Yeah.
is when two guitar players go at each other, right? So there's just contests and things like that for your viewers to partake in.
Mm.
Engagement is one of the biggest pieces. So I'll leave you with that if you had
No,
anything else you want to
100%.
ask before I head
But
out of
by the way,
here.
really appreciate this, man. Appreciate you, jumping on and chatting about this. But yeah, 100%. I actually had I talked about this very early when I started like streaming in January. But I had actually a startup back in the day. I think like 3 years ago we closed it. It used to be called Noise Sharks, and basically the startup was kind
Okay.
of a like all of your music content in one place. So instead of like sending people to multiple places, all of those places are linked to one place, and it used to have like challenges, and it used to have like like a donation and everything.
Awesome.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
the Discord thing.
Yeah, exactly. Even your
That's
your
the Discord
your
thing.
Discord stuff was there, but it had like a news feed. So every time you release a song on Spotify, it will show. Or for example, if you're streaming on Twitch, it will mirror the stream there. So basically, it was an idea where you can send your people one link, and it will go there, and it was like a fully fledged social site. But
Sounds like a bit like Linktree.
imagine I will tell you how to you can explain. Imagine if it is imagine if it's Reddit, right? But
Okay.
okay, imagine if it's Reddit, where you have feed and everything, right? But instead of like every like there are subreddits, it will be instead of the subreddit, it will be the user and all of the content there. And then when you go to the feed, you'll find all of the people like you follow, or you can filter by genre or like content. Anyway, I mean it's closed down. There's no need for pitching it,
Mm.
but that kind of thing was kind of like where I got like some like startup and business knowledge and all of
Yeah,
that stuff. And
you got
hopefully,
a good experience there, definitely.
yeah,
One thing I will say is that I went to school for accounting, so I'm more of the money man. I'm always looking out for that avenue to make money.
yeah,
Um, I'll leave you with like definitely check out the Discord tools because it seems like you don't really have a grasp on Discord. Like I'm pretty new to Discord too, and
yeah.
it's where all the streamers seem to go. There is actually a competition for Discord called Mastodon. And scarily enough, if you want to hear a story, this is sort of how you would say Google News.
Yeah.
Mastodon was attacked and it was taken down by Discord servers. So it wasn't Discord directly, but people launched an attack on Mastodon from Discord servers. So
What? That's
I
interesting.
think Discord's here to stay. It's kind of scary, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah. That's that. No, no, Discord is definitely very powerful, and I really wanted to kind of like fix the Discord channel. I just I found that there is nobody
that's
there.
actually where you drive your music feedback to. That's where you drive your music feedback. So people come
Mm,
into the stream, and then you got that hashtag or that exclamation point Discord, and people will be able to join your Discord, and then they throw their music in there. One of the things that becomes a little bit trivial is the lineup. So who was first, right? And
mm.
Discord kind of makes that possible. Okay, I already listened to this one, on to the next one. It's sort of in line. And
Yeah,
to make
makes
a little
sense.
bit of money, you can do something called line skip. So you charge people a dollar, $5 to skip ahead everybody
That's
because
actually
they
exactly
want
how
your
I did
opinion.
with that content creator. There was too much queue,
Hmm.
and I was like literally releasing one of my tracks, A Starry Night. Like literally, I was mastering it, about to bounce, and it was like around Christmas, and I was like, let me bounce this master, and just put it. And I just wanted to skip because I was literally on the verge of like I just want to export it, bounce it, and then finalize it and put it on Spotify and everything. And then he was streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and I just went there and I skipped the line by giving donation. And
Hmm.
when he gave feedback and I wrote and I read the chat, I was like, okay, this is ready to go, and I just finalized the master and sent it off.
Well,
But
I don't
yeah.
know how it's legally in the UK. However, any sort of revenue generated from sort of a specific service or product definitely counts as business transaction. Donations and tips have to be given without any sort of thing like that in Canada. I'm in Canada, so
Interesting. Interesting.
yeah.
So okay,
It's
so
very important. Otherwise, the taxman will hit you with a baton.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I've got like a personal accountant for it, and I was really wanted to discuss with him like once I start getting hopefully some revenue, as doesn't
Mhm.
matter how little it is from the content, like whether it's YouTube or Twitch. I want to see how does that play into tax, and for example, does subscription count as this, and does donation count at this and this and that. I want to see what's up.
Well,
Yeah.
I do business consulting a little bit. I'm not, super seasoned. However, it's different amongst all countries as well.
Mm,
In Canada here, I sort of look at it like give and take because the taxman only sees dollars. You're not a company until you actually make any revenue, right?
yeah.
And as far as I know, you get about 6 months as far as to see if it's feasible. So you don't actually have to claim. Say you make $300 in your first year in the first 6 months, and then it just goes dry. You don't have to claim that because it was pretty much tips. The
It's not
tax man's not
recurrent.
going
Yeah.
to hunt you down over $300. It's not, the sheriff of Nottingham.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
and I'm stretching it to about a year and a half. I did claim last year because I did do, about 3 digits. So I claimed. And at the same time, one of the most important parts that, really requires talking to a professional accountant is expenses. So anything you're spending
Mm,
on making that revenue, you have to make the revenue first. You can claim against that revenue and you can claim against your bootstrap income. So if you're making $60,000, $30,000 in a year from your regular job, anything that you're making, the price that it costs to make that, you can claim against. So your laptop, your monitors, your pianos, your guitars, anything that it takes to make that product, your Cubase, you
mm,
can claim against your income, right? In the
yeah.
UK, it's 12 months. Well, I mean, as far as a business certificate too, like going to your local, what is it called, Chamber of Commerce and getting your license, like it's streaming. How much? Where do we draw the line here? And I say it's like when it starts to become real money, because like I said, I'm
100%.
only
Yeah.
doing 3 digits.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't say. Yeah. I
So is
think
it really feasible to go through all the trouble?
no, 100%. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they will. I mean, even the what do you call it? The tax man was probably gonna. It's too much of a hassle for him. I'm not sure. I don't know.
When the taxman jumps in is when they're living beyond your means, right? That's when they start tax. You're living beyond your means.
Mm.
You start driving a Ferrari, or you have 100 vapes. Just kidding. I don't know, but yeah, when you're living beyond your means, that's when the taxman starts to ask questions, and it's good to have a paper trail.
Yeah, yeah, no, 100%. I need to review this with my account, but I still think because obviously none of the channels have hit partnership like YouTube, Twitch, Kick, not yet. I think it's a
Well, you will. You
yeah,
will. I
of
have
course,
faith in you.
hopefully,
Definitely.
especially if
You
we
bring a
add the
professional persona, and you bring experience, and you bring what is one of the sophistication.
I'm glad you see it this way. Sometimes I actually get like what would you call it, like conscious about some stuff, like if I'm writing something or composing, I'm like, because there are some people that I follow, especially like high-end composers who've worked on real things,
Mhm.
or for example, metal bands that are established or things, and I'm like, let's say, is this riff solid, is it not solid, things like this.
Well, the pacing is definitely something you should look at, because I feel like you're kind of hitting, you're constantly driving it up and then back down, up and back
Yeah,
down,
yeah,
up and back down, and it's a little tiring because you're not bringing the arrival, and the arrival should happen at the end.
100%.
Until that point, you should build it up and build it up and build it up, but it's not the only pacing curve. So definitely
100%.
grain of salt.
By the way, ex Povos gave you a shout out. He said this guy got a good idea about music review to get affiliate. Will work for sure. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So what we'll do maybe is I will start setting up my Discord for that. And maybe we'll let people, whoever join, we'll let them know, and
Well, the,
then
the main lure is actually part of the Twitch Discord, or the Twitch algorithm. If you put feedback, music review, and reacts in your tags, make sure
mm,
it's tags. The Twitch algorithm will actually send people to your stream,
oh, interesting. Can you
and it's
change that
annoying.
midway,
It's annoying.
halfway through the stream?
Say again? Yeah. If you put feedback in your tags right now, you're gonna have people showing up. It's annoying. That's how bad it is.
Wow. I see. And for example, let's say halfway through the stream, can you change the title and will it reflect, or is it like YouTube where
Yes.
it's one?
Yes. The Twitch will show it, and not only that, it'll stack you up against the top. It'll push you to the top because you have feedback in your title.
I'm really
Music
thinking.
review reacts.
I'm really thinking that the way I'll structure this is that the first maybe amount of time. I don't want to like. I need to think about it. But let's say, for example, first 2 hours, it will be my thing, like the thing that I do.
Mhm.
Then maybe the last hour we'll do one of these, and then I think this way I'll get best of both worlds on both days. Um,
And as soon as you remove that tag, or you remove that title from, your Twitch, they go away. We have this thing in America called hose.
mm, host.
And these people are hoish. So they only want to play their music on your stream. That's really what it is. It's very hoish. You'll get the numbers and you'll get your F. These are low quality viewers. I always tell people
mm,
this.
mm.
Um, so don't expect a lot for them. You might get a few that come and stick around, if they respect your set, if they respect your stuff. Especially because you're a high quality composer, you might actually get some people, some flies in the ointment, and that's the best part.
Yeah, I mean, well, it could be kind of uh, like a feedback loop where, for example, people who I review their music, and for example, and they stay as a follower. Next time they will might be interested of what I'm doing. Um, that might happen.
Yeah,
And yeah,
it will happen.
and I'm really also considering doing like reactions for like like official music, like like what would you call it, established music basically, of like, let's say,
International musicians, I call them
yeah,
usually.
yeah, so basically of like bands that I've always wanted to listen to, but I didn't have the time or things like that. Or somebody, like just a regular reaction channel. The only thing is I
So
don't know the terms and
little more
conditions.
experience
Mm,
is that you can't push that to YouTube. If you stream live, like if you're multi-streaming and you stream live to YouTube and you play something that's copyrighted, YouTube will strike you down. And if you hit two strikes, this is another thing I wanted to warn you about. If
mm,
you hit like two strikes or three strikes, they'll totally remove your channel.
which is fucked.
Everything you've just tried to build, it's gone.
Yeah, yeah.
Twitch is different. Twitch will mute it first. Now, there's this thing in the back of Twitch, and you link your YouTube to your Twitch. And I use the Twitch Cloud editor to chop down my video a little bit, my VOD or whatever.
Mm,
And then it's called the highlight. And then I push it to YouTube automatically, right? So it's Cloud editor. I never have to use my in computer editor. So it's almost instantaneous. So I chop down my stream. The only thing is you can't move things around like back and forth. It's all one steady stream, but you can chop out like, oh, I got to be right back, right? And then you take like 20 minutes, half hour to do whatever you want, and then you come back. You jump into your highlighter. You can chop that half hour out,
is this
and then you can
after the
push
fact
that
or
to your YouTube.
during?
Yeah, after.
Oh, so this is
But
like
during
editing
the
the VOD,
fact,
basically.
yes,
Okay.
during the fact, you could. There's actually a button in the or in the Twitch dashboard rather. That's it's a punch, so you can add a label. So say you're going to the bathroom, you can add a punch, and then when you come back, you can add a punch, and then when you go to the highlighter, you'll see those punches, and you can cut that
Okay.
out.
Okay. Interesting.
And then if you link your Twitch to your YouTube, you can push that cut version.
Oh,
But
right.
watch out for YouTube. What I was saying is you cannot stream copyrighted material live to YouTube. So if you're multi-streaming, do not, how would you say, review or react to copyrighted material. But you can on Twitch. What they will do is they'll mute your VOD. They'll mute that part of the music.
Okay.
So you can, and then afterwards you can say, well, this is how I felt about it or whatever. And then you can chop it out in your highlights and then push it to Twitch, right? But when it goes to YouTube, when it goes to YouTube, that part of the music won't be there because you
Interesting.
can't, uh, re-upload someone else's copyrighted
Yeah.
material.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Um, However, if you reach like 500 viewers or 1,000 viewers and you're streaming copyrighted material, Twitch will come down on you. They'll bring the ban hammer. So just,
Mm.
at that point, be careful,
I
right?
think. I think. Yeah. I think I need to be like a smart about not very. Like not very. What do you call it? Uh, do it without not strategically. You know what I mean? Like just. Especially with the YouTube thing,
Well, when you're
if they're
small time,
more brutal.
when you're
Yeah.
small time on Twitch, you can stream other people's copyrighted stuff. Twitch doesn't like it, but you're not streaming to a lot of people.
Mm.
So you get away with it. If you are streaming to YouTube, you won't get away with it, is what I'm saying. And YouTube will kill your channel if you get caught too
Mm.
much.
In their
Because I
mind,
already have a
what's
warning.
small channel in Twitch's mind? I mean,
Uh, about 25, 250.
okay, okay.
You'll know when you get a Twitch mod in the chat, and you cannot block a Twitch mod.
Mm.
So they'll let you know
What do you mean a
when you're being
mod
banned.
from Twitch? Like from actual Twitch?
Yes,
Oh, really?
yes, yes. They're unblockable.
Wow, okay. I didn't know
There
that.
was a couple streamers when Twitch banned multi-streaming. A lot of Twitch streamers were having a hard time, and they were getting visited by Twitch mods, the big timers, like 2,500,
And this mod, is
10,000.
it like a bot or an actual guy, like an
No, it's
actual
an actual
mod?
person.
Oh, I see,
It's
I
an actual
see.
person. They
Okay.
probably have big cleavage.
Probably.
They've come to cleave you.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about Twitch too. The big timers, they play the latest games or they got boobs. So that's what really makes money on these streaming platforms, Kick,
Yeah, definitely.
Twitch.
I mean, I know about this is the thing. Like
Us music streamers, we're, dust in the wind. We
we're
barely get
forgotten
anything.
about. But to be honest with you,
Hmm.
going back to it, one of the main reasons why, like, I'm streaming the, or let's say streaming, documenting my
I
process.
document too. That's how I see it. I'm
Exactly.
documenting.
Yeah, it's just document it. But one of the main reasons is that it will give me the opportunity to do it, because if I'm not doing it like this, I will get busy with other stuff, and then I wouldn't have
Hmm.
time to make music. Like literally the first time I streamed, it was like the first time is like 6 months that I've ever written any music, you know. And
Did you do face cam voiceover?
what do you mean?
Like, did you have your face on stream and then were you talking? Because
Yeah,
my
yeah,
first
yeah,
stream,
yeah.
I don't think I talked at all. I didn't have face cam. I was a
I would
little shy.
if you want to see it, it's on YouTube. Just go to YouTube to the YouTube channel, go back, and you will
Yeah,
see.
I subbed.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen. Cheers. But yeah, if you go back to it and you see the very first live stream, my face was there and everything. And if you're watching my stream now, it's only the top camera that was on. I didn't have like the actual face camera. I had the top
Okay,
one.
yeah, I'm looking. Yeah,
But
still Cubase, always Cubase for life, eh?
yeah, definitely. But if you watch that stream, I didn't say a word. The entire
Yeah,
thing.
well, that's
Yeah.
how it was for me. Like, what do you say, right? Like,
Yeah, especially because it feels awkward to talk to the camera and there's no one, and especially like when your family is not used to it, like my fiance or my kid. My kids will probably be like, "What's dad doing talking to himself?" You know what I mean? But now they're used to it, so so should be fine. We're
so this is
considering it.
also another avenue. The Discord chat. A lot of people will, the ones that are brave enough will jump in and talk to you on the Discord chat if you leave it open.
Mm. I need to reconfigure it. I literally went on one of these let's say Twitch help YouTube channels. There's this Australian guy. I don't know if you know him, but he like makes videos on how to grow your Twitch or whatever. One of the videos he had like, this is a Discord template ready. You just copy this. And that's what I've got. So I copied it. Obviously, it had a lot of gaming lingo. I changed it to music lingo.
Yeah, I
But
see. And there's a lot of channels. Yeah.
yeah, but then I've never developed it. I think I
They're
need to.
all locked though.
I don't know
And it
why.
doesn't seem like anybody's. Well, it's just your permissions. You have to add a terms of use or terms of service. It's usually a button. I've
Mm,
seen it a lot of Discord. It comes right in. It's at the bottom of, as soon as you show up, you get the introductory panel, and
mm.
it's like a list of rules. I don't know if
Yeah,
I have one. Most people just show up in my Discord and they're just like popping off right away. They don't care. So I don't know
yeah.
what I did right. I just opened a server and added channels. I didn't actually use a template. So maybe one of the steps in your template actually locked everything. So maybe go
Probably.
back to that video and see if there was a lock somewhere, or maybe you missed a step.
I missed a step, or maybe I removed something when I was like modifying
Mm.
his template. Maybe I've deleted something that had
Locked
the
out of everything. Like
that
in
had the rules.
in our voice chat right now, I can't even share my camera.
Oh, maybe.
Like I usually share my camera, but like I can't even do that. Like it says locked. You can't stream into this channel. That's how.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure. I need, and I can see like every single channel has like a lock icon on it as well. Um, Interesting. It shouldn't be hard to research. I'll probably do it maybe
Definitely
tomorrow,
something to look into.
but
It
definitely,
is the streamer sort of the toy, not the toy, but the deployment, the interactive point.
yeah,
I
yeah.
do really need to use the bathroom, so I'm gonna bow out here.
Yeah, no worries, man. But thank you for
And
jumping in,
I
man. We
hope that
appreciate it.
helps. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, I'm
And I
probably
do
gonna
really
do.
like your sound. It's really cool. It's very crisp because you're using those professional tools, and it's very something I like. Like I said, it's the Castlevania, the Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8. It's very good.
Yeah, cheers, cheers, man. I think when we mix
Cheers.
it, I'll give you a shout. If you, you know, we can see what we can come up with. But yeah, that's probably gonna be three streams from now or something. But yeah, cheers for joining. I don't wanna hold you from going to the bathroom. And yeah, cheers for sharing, man.
Later.
Absolutely. See you. All right. What a nice guy. But yeah, guys, as you've heard, join the Discord now, and obviously, when you do, you're gonna be locked a little bit. But I will work on it this week to see what I've missed. I'm pretty sure now I'm thinking about is when I copied that template and I've modified the channels. Maybe I perhaps I've deleted some one of the channels that has all of the terms and all of that stuff. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. Um, we're getting close to the end of the stream anyway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna play the track from here, and I will see if I can do some adjustment, like some final adjustments before we wrap up. We've done a lot of the points that I had on my notepad, but there are some stuff that still need doing. During the week, I will carry on the recording. It shouldn't take me long to finish the guitar parts, and we'll take it from there. But let's hit play and see where we are. Yo, yeah, thank you for sharing. Smoking THC. By the way, you didn't tell me what THC is. Right, let me check the outro. So let's kind of like add some stuff to the outro, and then I think we can wrap up. It is very, very addictive. 100%. So for this one, let me just see what the organs are playing. Maybe we can add more octaves. If I do this. Expovos, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. And thank you for, adding to the conversation as well. I really like this outro, how it's kind of like reminiscent of the transition that normally happens. But the only thing is, let's just take this guy and put it here. Then here. And then we'll add a third. So 1, 2. Fantastic. This is on the French harp. Let's add the same thing on the Italian harp. Do you game? Well, I mean, only I'm very selective with my game. I wouldn't consider I wouldn't consider myself a gamer, but for example, things that I really want to play, that are on my kind of like to-do list, is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because I've played the remake and Rebirth is the second part. Final Fantasy 15, Nier Automata, and Devil May Cry, the old one, not very old. I mean, well, it's gonna be very old soon. It's, I think, 2017 it was released, or 2016, but I haven't played it yet, and I really want to play it. Consider a gaming stream at least once a month or at least a year. To be honest with you, you know what? When I've told you that streaming gives me an excuse to write music and release music and all of that stuff. Because I also don't have time to play games, I was thinking, what if I make a gaming stream? Download the games on my PC, and instead of PlayStation, playing them here. There are some games that can only be played on PlayStation, like Final Fantasy 16, but and I think 7 Rebirth as well. But I can sort that out. That's not a problem. The issue is this: then I will only stream to Kick and Twitch, because if I stream to YouTube, that will fuck my channel up, because obviously YouTube is learning what my channel is. But I can do Twitch and Kick. Yeah, I can exactly, Twitch is gaming. I can for that stream, I will kind of like abandon YouTube just for that one, just do Twitch and Kick. I'm really considering this, but I know the games. It's definitely gonna be Rebirth and 16, Final Fantasy 16 to begin with, 100%. Because one of the people I follow, and he's also helping me with my stream. While Dingleberry's he's a Twitch streamer, that I've met on Twitch, and he also writes metal music on his Twitch stream, but he games most of the time. I would say it's 50-50. And sometimes during the same stream, he switches between one and the other. I cannot do the switching between one and the other because I do YouTube, and all of what I'm streaming is gonna stay on YouTube. But I can dedicate, like, one stream a month or whatever, just for gaming, because that kind of will give me an excuse to play games. Yeah, for sure. I think here it would be nice if there was like a brass, like this. So if I go to, let's say, the tuba, or yeah, let's actually try the low brass. If it was too low, then we'll just change it. So low brass, or fortress. Nice stream. If you need pointers with mastering, feel free to ask me. 100%. We're gonna do mastering with mixing. I do a semi top down mastering, not very top down mastering, but um, if you watch like my previous streams on YouTube, you'll see how I mix and master at the same time. I go back and forth between them. So I've got my mastering chain, and the way I look at it is that there are some plugins on the mastering chain that are static, that I don't need to change anything in any song. Like for example, a tape machine, or let's say a soothe or something like that. But there are some other stuff that will change from one song to another, right? So and that's how I go back and forth between them. The way normally I master my music, because my music is composed of like a band and an orchestra and production. I normally set up three uh, mix buses, and obviously like a master mix bus. So I'll have like basically three masters. I call them like a band master, orchestral master, production master. So these three. Then I've got a mix bus and a stereo out, and I use these masters, the orchestral master and band master, to duck each other. And normally I have a hierarchy in my mind. So the band is the, let's say, the protagonist, right? And then the orchestra is second and the production is last. So what will happen is that the band will duck the orchestra as at certain points, and it will duck the production, and the orchestra will duck the production. And I kind of like use it like this, and then all of that goes to a mix bus. Then then to thingy, to stereo. I use Ozone. Yeah, Ozone is one of my mastering plugins. Like if I put my chain, although this is not the same chain I use for the very last song, but if I go to my stereo out here and I load my regular mastering chain, let's see, A Starry Night. So basically every song I mix or master, I save every single channel's preset so I can use it later on, right? So these are all of the channels that are in the song A Starry Night. And where is stereo out? There is stereo out. So if I load this, you will see it will populate. So right here. Okay, so I've got on that. Okay, on that song, I've only used SSL. So this is every single song. This is on what do you call it? On the master bus, and then max bass for small speakers, and then a linear phase multiband. A phase multiband. I use this to kind of like control the low end and the low mids, and I set it up in a way where no matter what I do to the low end, it will not get muddled. So I can add, like I tune really low at some in certain songs, and I use synths and I use like double bass for, you know, like from the orchestra and tubas and things like this, and they're all together playing with synth, with, you know, bass drops and impacts. That can be a lot of low end, and I use this in particular to kind of like uh, you know, tame everything. No matter how much of a build up there is, this will clear it for me. And obviously I've got ozone at the end. That is always at the end of the chain. And this is kind of like the setup. So match EQ, I will tell you how I use this, but it's off, and I'll tell you how I use it. Um, I'm an IK1. Oh, there is there a like a linear phase plugin with IK multimedia? Kramer EWM compressor. I think I have it. Let me just go to effects. Oh, Cubase lagged. There it is. So I think the one you're talking, doesn't it start with a K? This one? This? Oh, this is a pi. What you want is PWM. Let me type PWM. Oh, I don't have this one. I'm not sure what's that. What is that a mastering compressor? Waves has the only one on the internet. The only Kramer I know is this. Is this one? Oh, you cannot see. Oh, yeah, Pi. Yes, that's the one. I've used it. I used to use it on snare drums and drum buses. I haven't used it in a while. Um, I'm trying to go with like speed mixing type of technique to kind of like release the song earlier. But yeah. So on Ozone, I have EQ, Imager, Imager always. This is kind of a Joey Sturgis. If you're familiar with Joey Sturgis, the guy who produces a lot of like modern metal, this is kind of like his setup. It's not like I've made this, right? But I've obviously I readjusted to my taste and to the song, exciter and maximizer. The Imager normally is at -100 for the low because you want every single low frequency to be in the center. You don't want it to be in stereo. So basically, you make it all mono when it comes to, like to that low end. This band basically, that's also from the Joey Sturgis setup. It's one of a kind digital format. The real PM is one of the rarest. Really, compressors are wow. I actually want always to try the Shadow Hill on my master bus. Shadow Hill. But I've never actually done it. But this is apparently supposed to be killer. Class A mastering compressor. So we've got the Class A and we've got another one. But let me just open it. Here it is. Boom. Right. 1 second, go up. They've got these two. This and this. Both are from Plugin Alliance. But this is supposed to be like something else. You have sculpt all bass, including lowest stereo image. Yeah. So before the before the ozone, the imager one, right? Obviously you've got this to tame it, but I want all of the low end to be in the center because most of the instruments I use, has where is ozone? There is. Most of the instruments I use that produces very very low frequencies are made to be in the center, and I don't want any of that to be in the stereo. I just hate that sound when extreme low end is on the sides. I just hate it. That's why I like to put it in mids. Um, there are several PW hardware compressors. The one I have is a STC 8. Jesus, that's you. If you have a real one, that's fucking legit, man. Just digital again, but it's cool to think it's analog. Use 0% on the low, and you're killing your skill. Um, so obviously I'm not taking it out. I'm just putting it in the center. But by the way, the last song I've done because the song wasn't like it didn't have like very low tuning. I didn't end up using this. Um, but most of the time, this is kind of like the sound I like, especially when I have a double bass. So where is it? Where is it? Double bass, right? In the orchestra, like double bass and low brass. These are on the right, and they just fuck with my ear for some reason. As a sweet spot, there is a challenge to find. If you got it, you know how to use it and like it. Otherwise, it can act like a nightmare. Yeah, this is why I kind of like and never played with it. Not for this exact reason, but it's just because I know that it's probably gonna be it's gonna take a lot of training to use, and the system I've got. So I've got Yamaha HS5, and I've got these headphones. But I'm gonna upgrade my studio monitors, and I feel like this type of stuff needs a proper monitoring system to kind of like get it right. 1 second. Let's just remove this. Actually, let's just remove the entire chain. Just take this away. Sorry, I'm drunk. Probs call it Sunday. I have to go back. Lifting the center of wheels all day. I have a plugin called Sweet Spots. Oh yeah, make plugs. Not sure if it works in Cubase. This plugin is, where do you use it? What you didn't tell me what DAW do you use? Did it come with the DAW? If it's VST, like the format VST3 or VST2, then I can import it to Cubase regardless, because I have FL Studio's plugins in Cubase, right? And even Reaper. Like the fact that you can listen to Cubase on the stream is because of Reaper's plugin. This one, where is it? Um, I actually removed it when I loaded the channel. Let me just put it back. But there is a plugin that I have for streaming, which is Restream from Reaper. 1 second. Stream this one. Right, and this is why you guys can hear Cubase, because I have this plugin both here and on OBS. So I need to click this and this. Let me see if you can hear it. If you can't hear it, I need to do some setup. Yes, you can. Yeah, so you can, if it's VST, yes. Oh, you make VST in Sith Edit. Wow, 15 years, Jesus. There is actually a VST idea that I really want. Not sure if you want to work on it together, but there is literally a VST idea that I really want. It's not like an idea that I'm telling you it's a business idea or something, but there's a VST that I want to use. You know, if it existed. Um, basically, I mean, fuck it again. Basically, I am a big fan of like speed mixing, right? And for example, that's why in the mixing session I will notify on Discord that it's a mixing session when I do it, and on Twitch I'll put the title. So when we finish post-production everything and we're ready for mixing, we'll do gain staging and we'll mix it and we'll master it. But when I'm mixing, you'll see that I use a lot of plugins, especially on the band, that are, you know, made for speed mixing, right? So one thing that I want that there isn't any of is speed mixing for orchestra. So basically, you know, just like this, let's say um DF comp. So this plugin by Joey Sturgis, right? DF comp, Drum Forge compressor. So this is a drums compressor, and basically you can set the mode, right? And you know, you can add how fast it is depending on the track. You can do parallel compression and the amount of compressor. I want something like this but for orchestra, where I can, for example, set the typical compressors that I use for fast violins, slow violins, you know, staccato brass, sustain brass, whatever. Same for every single thing, percussion. Then after I set this up in the background, you know, in the, you know, behind the scenes, I will have an interface like this. Will be like, okay, strings, staccato, compress, strings, sustained, compress, percussion, I don't know, choir, staccato, boom, you know. That's what I want, just to kind of like speed mixing. And so I will put the settings that I normally dial on like other compressors, and then save it. Let's see. J Trader, thank you so much for the follow on Kick. I hope you're enjoying the conversation. Uh Let's see. Synth edit sucks compared to C++ or Symbiar. I don't know your mixing though. You have pre-back samples, back samples. You already sound good. All you can do is change volume. No, no, I don't think. So basically, I think the okay. So one thing is true that a lot of the sounds actually sounds fantastic, but it's to me, to my ears, this is only good for a demo like this, for example. That's not kind of like the sound I like. Like if I show you like a full-on mixed song that I've done, like this, for example, like this is a song that I've mixed. All everything I've mixed here, but well, I'll show you the difference. And this is using actually the same orchestra. Is it? Yeah, Audio Imperial Jaeger. Some of the similar amp tones. I think I've experimented with some amp tones, and I forgot really, but this is how it should sound at the end. Cheap chat. What's that? Yeah, I need to get that if it's I need to get that if it speeds my chat on the screen. But that's, for example, what I aim for as a mixed track, or because all of these sounds good here, but they don't gel together like this. Like that's not gelled, or for example, a busier section like this. So even though the sounds are good, like let's say for example these sound libraries, you know, Jaeger and all of those sound like really amazing recorded sound libraries, or the drums that I'm using, or all of that stuff, they're good in solo, and but because I do all of the things together, the main purpose of, you know, mixing this is basically to kind of set who is the dominant kind of like instrument. So as I said, the band is the protagonist, and then make them all gel together by, for example, like let's say guitars has 2K. Normally my guitars normally have 2K or 2.5 as their presence. So normally I take that out from the strings, although normally strings sounds good, but because the guitar needs to shine, I take it out, right? So even though it's in solo, it sounds good, the strings 2.5K, but I take that out for the guitars, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Cymbals, things like that. For example, when I in sections where I have percussion and drums, I make sure that the kick is more dominant than the orchestral percussion. It sounds great, but it's not telling the right story. Motive and less into mixing. Yeah, 100%. I'm really now interested in like how to write melodies and you know, create motifs. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Send across composition. 100% we'll listen to it. We can wrap up with that as well. Um, but yeah, so we've done most of the things that we wanted to do on the list today. and during the week I'll record the parts that are not recorded, and then we'll carry on some post production, and then we'll be ready to mix the song. 1 second. Just go open Twitch so I can get the link. Actually, I can get it from OBS. 1 second. Copy. Where is it? All right, let's listen to what. 1 second. Let me just put it on the screen. All right, let's listen to what JWP sent us, and then we'll wrap it up. Sega. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, the Botrix always kills the links, man. Is this you? I am Spider? Don't let fall. That synth from Sega is the same synth in Sonic. It's the same one. Like, I can't put my hand on which Sonic zone uses this synth. I think it's the battery level in Sonic. Besides Sonic. Yeah, but Sonic 3, yes, 100%. I think the first zone has the same synth there. I don't know, man. I have more memories with 3. And by the way, in 3, the shields, you know that they have special effects, each one of them. I think they should have carried this throughout the entire game. Where you've got the electric shield and the fire shield. Earthworm is even another nostalgic entry here. Let me see. But this is decent, man. Not song, Sonic. Flying battery. Like, not Minia. We need the original one. Or it could be the snow level. I forgot what's it called. What's it called? The snow level? It's the same. It's the same one. Bandwidth is getting fucked up. Yeah, bandwidth is getting fucked because I'm streaming to 3 platforms. But yeah, it's probably the same thing as synth. But let me tell you, I mean, Sonic OSTs are top notch. One OST that I'm really into right now, and I really wanna capture some stuff from is, where is it? Orchestral inspiration. This one. This. I will show you. I will skip to the part that I really, really like. This in a minute. This one. Just brass. I love this. And I like when you listen in the background, you can hear a lot of stuff and a lot of, you know, like for example staccato strings and things like that. Sorry, staccato brass. Let's see. I wake up to this guy. Let's see. Castlevania. Actually, I never played the game, but I've watched the series, and it's decent. The first series on Netflix actually is actually pretty decent. Castlevania one, like really, really liked it. Jesus. Crazy guy. Who's this guy? 7.2 million. Crazy guy. Insane. I mean, maybe pianists will tell me that this is not insane. So it's basically as if this hand was here. He's playing on one piano. I don't know. I'm not a pianist, so I don't know if this is insane or this is normal. But to me, it sounds decent. The game is better than a Vapid. I can guarantee that. You have heard it before, but don't know the name. What's that? Is that a series he does? Alright, let's watch this. Seriously? Yeah, Swan Lake. I know this one, yeah. And I think I used to know that it used to be called Swan Lake. I think, I'm not sure, because this is like long time ago. I think this is one of the like very first melodies I learned on guitar. Like I'm talking in the first month or two when the my private tutor back in the day gave me tabs for stuff that are simple. And by the way, when I'm saying the melody, I'm just saying like the the high melody. I'm not saying all of the other basically the right hand, not the left hand. Yeah, I like to put my alarm something like not annoying, so I can like so I don't wake up annoyed. Basically, something kind of like ease me into the day. I've never heard this. All of them I've heard about this one. You mix Conan OSC? What do you mean? You actually mixed it for like the legit one? Or did you just mix it like for fun? Or are you like on the credits? I needed to lift break. Ah, you make okay as a list. Yeah. Yeah, these type of songs are the best to kind of like wake up to, especially if it's a nice game OST or like the Back to the Future one, as you said. This sounds like a Pokemon level. Yeah, Botrix. I need to remove this link thing. Maybe when my channel gets really busy, then I'll put it back. But because I normally have 1 or 2 viewers at a time in each platform, then I don't think I need it. I might remove it. Jesus. Yeah, it's worth it though. legend this guy is. Oh, that was sudden. Anyway, guys, I really have to wrap it up. It's 11 p.m. in the UK, and I've got work tomorrow, and I need to spend family. But yeah, this was a very cool stream today. Uh, uh, Progression wise, we've done actually some progress, and a lot of the stuff on my list we've done. Obviously, JWP, we had an amazing chat, so thank you for that. And yeah, we'll see you guys on Friday, scheduled stream. By that time, I would have recorded all the guitars and hopefully done some of the list as well. Because I don't want this track to really take all of May. It took all of April already, and maybe 2 weeks of May is enough, and then we'll move to the next track. The next track is gonna be a little bit more heavy as well. But yeah, thank you for joining, and thank you especially JWP for sharing. And I think uh, we also had Expovus, I think his username was on Kick. I'm not sure if you're still with us. Also, thank you for adding serious mastering as well. Really want you guys to probably join when we mix and master this so we can see what's up. But yeah, we'll see you on Friday. Take care and enjoy your week. See you guys.